I first got a Facebook my sophomore year in high school when some of my friends went off to college and told me about it. I decided to check it out and see what it was all about. I've always used Facebook for my personal use, to keep in touch with friends and post pictures of my life. However, my personal profile has given off a few different images throughout the years, and it's all still out there for everyone to see. In high school, I mostly posted pictures of my sports teams, my boyfriend, and my family. I portrayed a pretty good image of myself until my boyfriend and I broke up sophomore year of college and my Facebook profile took a turn for the worst. My online image was now a single, flirtatious booze bag. Luckily, my dad was able to teach me a lesson early on in my college years. I'll never forget the phone call I got from my dad about my Facebook picture. My dad doesn't get mad often, but he was not happy when he decided to check out Facebook and saw that my default picture was of me dancing on an elevated surface in a dress made from a cut-up t-shirt. My dad is the owner of a company up in New England and informed me that companies were now screening job applicants' Facebook pages during the hiring process. He taught me the importance of my online image and told me that guys would not want to date that girl on my Facebook profile and that companies definitely would not want to hire that girl. I was lucky that my dad caught my Facebook page so early on and I was able to create a better image of myself before it was too late. But I wondered if my friends had thought much about what they post on Facebook.
My Facebook, it was freshman year of high school, I think 2005. My sisters were older and so they have had it for a couple years. Whenever they came home, I'd always log on to theirs because I thought it was so cool. And so once they made it open to high school students, I immediately joined.
I got Facebook in high school because all my friends were doing it and my brother had one and he was already in college and it just looked like a cool thing to do.
I got a Facebook my freshman year of high school because all my friends had Facebooks and that was a way to share partying and pictures that we did over the weekend.
Just like me, most of my friends had gotten Facebook pages in high school, before the experimental college stages of our lives. Everyone is bound to go a little wild when they go to college, when there's no parental supervision and an enormous amount of changes. Personally, my biggest change I went through was a breakup with my boyfriend of 3 years. I started partying a lot more and using Facebook as a way to try to make him jealous. I posted pictures of me with other guys, partying and drinking. Some of the pictures I put up were beyond embarrassing.
There are always regrets, and one thing that I'm embarrassed about now, because it's just such a stupid line, and got really mad a couple of years ago, and I made my status fuck all y'all, and I don't know, just things like that. It's embarrassing now that I think of it, that I just put such a kind of a hostile status, and it's weird to read other people's post statuses that are directed to someone. It's awkward. I don't want to know who's fighting.
Well, I was in a relationship and there was a lot of pictures of him and I, and now that we're not together anymore, I'm kind of more pictures with my girlfriends and other guys, and I guess I just don't really care what kind of pictures I put.
Well, recently I've been really liking the like button. I always will like photos, and I used to be really into changing my status, but I don't do it as much anymore. But I always upload photos. I guess there are a lot of partying photos in my albums, but also, me being with my friend.
In a college age, I would say whatever is the picture needs to show something fun, like we're having fun time, which it's good.
I think they should be fun. I think they should represent who you are. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that looks professional. I think that you want to tell a story of who you are on Facebook, and I think if you do that without, with filtering out all the junk that can be posted on Facebook, either about you or that you can, in poor judgment post on there, I think it really can, tell an accurate story of who you are as a person, which can be a good thing if you're a good person.
Needs to show that you're having fun, needs to show that it was great.
However, I found out not all girls use Facebook just for sharing their fun college times.
My job now is just all sharing, link sharing, and all that stuff, so Facebook's a really big component for that. So now I use Facebook for Sumo Skinny and for myself.
Courtney's company is just one of millions that use Facebook for publicity. Dr. Mihaela Vovorenu explores Facebook's evolution. from an exclusive social network for college students to a social network open for all, including businesses. Students perceive Facebook as their personal fun space and wish to keep it separate from the professional business and other aspects of their lives. This is the reason why students are extremely disturbed by instances of potential employers evaluating them based on their Facebook profiles and activity. This new evolution of Facebook has intensified the importance of privacy settings.
I've updated my privacy policy from when I first got Facebook just because when I would go out, and also I became a counselor at a summer camp, and when I put up photos, I don't want my boss to always see them, so I have like her unlimited profile so she can't see the albums that I've put up or the photos that I'm tagged in.
Lots of people party and that's cool, you know, like that's not anything that's like too crazy, but it's just if you're openly putting out pictures of like you just absolutely hammer, it's just not a good look, or like, you know, doing other things, it's just not a good look. That's definitely not going to help you in any way on the professional scale.
I know they've changed very recently, but you know, as a director here, I try to stay up them as much as I can.
Elizabeth Butler, Elizabeth McCann, and Joseph Thomas point out in their article that Facebook has undergone several such evolutions throughout its 6-year lifespan, with numerous modifications and additions to its privacy policy. When Facebook changes its privacy policy, users are notified with a small dialog box at the top of their home screen, which includes a link to further information on the modification. Do Facebook users take the time to follow this link and investigate what has changed? In December 2009, Facebook rolled out an entirely new privacy structure on the website, with recommended privacy settings selected as the default level of control for each user. These recommended settings allow statuses, photos, and wall posts created by the user to be viewed by everyone, the entire Facebook community. Suddenly, user-posted content was accessible by larger audiences than most people intended. Some of my friends seem very surprised by this change.
I didn't know that. I think that someone told me about it and I did change it, but no, I didn't know that everything was open to everyone. They're just trying to fuck people.
I had no idea that everybody could see all my pictures. That's crazy. Are you serious? People can look at my Facebook.
Knowing the current Facebook privacy settings is crucial because you never know who could be viewing your personal profile.
Occasionally, our human resource department will use Facebook as a tool to evaluate a potential candidate.
Facebook has become such an issue that even mainstream media is looking into it, like Dr. Phil, who discusses the pictures that young people are posting on their profiles and how it can affect their jobs.
Having inappropriate stuff on the Facebook page is going to be damaging for someone's career. I wouldn't hire somebody if I saw them dancing around half naked, urinating in public, vomiting into a trash can. That's not the kind of person that I want to make an investment in as an employer. It's a big mistake. What you're saying is I'm not mature, I don't have great judgment. If you want to work at Vinny's Tattoo Parlor, I don't think Vinny's going to check out your Facebook page. But if you want to work for something in the corporate world, something where you're going to be representing this organization, you're going to be in big trouble when it comes time to getting that job if you've got inappropriate stuff on Facebook or on MySpace.
Corporations take into account how one portrays themselves and what kind of lifestyle he or she lives before they consider hiring a candidate.
We have clients that come into the office and visit and they expect a professional image, so our HR department will look at Facebook. We recently had a candidate that we looked on Facebook, and she had a lot of piercings and some tattoos and some things that really weren't going to project the best image for our company in our business, so we decided not to hire her and go with another candidate. And the other thing that we look at in Facebook is just we want to make sure that someone's lifestyle isn't one that's going to be detrimental to our company, so that's something that is a concern to us. If it looks like their lifestyle is such that they may have trouble showing up to work in the morning or something like that, it's something that's also evaluated.
Naturally, we Google their name to see what comes up first, because anything that's public, anything that can be found publicly, you know, that can count against you when it comes to, you know, getting a job.
Many girls believe that Facebook only shows part of who they really are.
I suppose if you looked at my Facebook, you would think maybe that I'm more of a partier than I actually am, you know? Of course, there's no posts or photos of me doing my work, and there's really none I mean, no photos of anyone doing their work. It's about more of their social life. I mean, I do like to socialize a lot, but not as, I feel like I am portrayed more as a party girl than I really am.
If their references check out places where they've worked before, and they are a good employee from what you hear, and their resume is also very good, then I don't see why they can't at least get an interview, and then you could see how they present themselves in a professional workplace.
Even once a job applicant is hired, Facebook pages are always being monitored by companies.
We've also, beyond the hiring processes, have found that Facebook is essential, that we, unfortunately, we have to monitor Facebook and have company policies regarding the use of Facebook. We had about 6 months ago, we had an issue where an employee was saying things that were derogatory, that weren't, that were lies. He was slandering a female coworker, and it obviously bothered her, but it was in the public forum of Facebook, so other employees knew about it. It finally came to our attention as an issue, and we ended up having to terminate the employee.
All right, here's one for you. A former teacher in Barrow County, Georgia,
We've all heard the warnings. Watch what you post on Facebook and other social sites. It could land in some big trouble.
It is a lesson one woman learned that she says when she posted got her fired. News 18 Kids on the scene in Hartford.
Can complaining about your boss on Facebook get you fired? Well, it's probably not good for your career, but the National Labor Relations Board says it should not cost you your job. That's why that agency stepped in, and one Connecticut woman said it happened to her, and now it's got everybody talking. Would you ever write anything negative about your boss, your employer, anything?
I think that's what a lot of kids don't realize, is that once it's out there, and it's public information, that if you're going to use it in a negative or mean way, or unlawful way in some cases, it's going to end up costing you your job.
You do something dumb without knowing it, even if you delete it later, someone could have captured that in that amount of time. So if you're someone who just truly thinks that, you can't really, you may have issues on there because of the lifestyle that you do live, then yeah, I say you should take a hard look, especially if you're going into the working world. You should take a hard look if you should stay on something like Facebook or not.
I don't see myself getting rid of it, but also I think it's weird once you're posting like wedding photos, but people are starting to do that, so I guess it just depends on what my peers are doing.
When you first came to school, I don't think that was even a thought in your mind about what you did on Facebook could affect you, job-wise, but I think you're starting to get that as you are looking for full-time careers.
I haven't really thought about blocking my Facebook or anything yet. I know that I probably will, because it'll probably affect my job, and I'm going to be a teacher, so I don't want my students to be able to see that I have all these trashy pictures.
This year, I really took the initiative to clean up my Facebook. I took pictures that better represented myself and updated my privacy settings. Becoming aware of my online image has definitely paid off. I recently was offered a position at a local search engine optimization company to be their marketing and sales coordinator. Now that I have a job, I know that I have to be even more aware of what is posted on my profile. I'm not worried though, because not only have I become smarter about the content on my Facebook page, but I've also grown up a lot since those pictures of me dancing on tables. My advice for all Facebook users is to update your privacy settings. Make sure all your tagged pictures and posts go to a review board that can only be seen by you. You must click approve before anything is posted to your profile. Customize your settings so parents, bosses, teachers, and coaches cannot see your profile. Don't accept strangers. Hopefully that's a given. And most importantly, always be aware. I'm not here to tell you what you can or cannot do in your personal time, but just be aware. With today's technology, anyone can snap a photo or capture a video of you that you would not want certain people to see. And once it is posted, it will be seen. Seen by everyone.